As the local area director for AuPairCare, I oversee the au pairs and the host families, ensuring that they all have a good experience with the program and answer any questions they have throughout the program and concerns they may have as well. I just really want to make sure they all have a great time while they're here on the program and the host families get the experience that they should be getting with their au pair.
I love my role as an area director. Mostly we love to connect and support and create memorable experiences for our au pairs.
So my job as the local area director is to interview the host families that apply to be part of the cultural exchange program. And I get to meet their children, visit their home, ensure that the space is safe and appropriate to welcome an au pair. And then once the au pair arrives to their home, I get to come back and meet that au pair in person. We do an orientation together, and then throughout the cultural exchange experience, the family and the au pair get to meet with me once a month as we do our cultural events. We try to explain a little bit about the area as to where we live, give them a taste of the city that we live in, the neighborhoods, and some of the fun things that they can do. It also provides them an opportunity to socialize with the other au pairs in the group and to network together.
Our favorite event of the year for the au pairs is our annual ice skating party. We usually have over 100 au pairs there. They're all getting to know other au pairs, and the ambiance is just amazing around the holiday season. We also do a big raffle, and au pairs come and win prizes, and they just all have such a great time that they keep coming back.
One of the most exciting experiences that we've done for one of our cultural events was a bowling experience. People can get a little bit competitive, which is fun to see. So we've got different families and different au pairs against one another. The other experience is a Friday Night Lights football game. So in the fall, we take just the au pairs to a high school football game. They get to see cheerleaders and the band and the sunset, and it feels amazing as the area director to watch them see it. And I always get the comments, oh my goodness, this is just like in the movies.
I am really looking forward to our next cultural connection that I've planned with two other area directors in San Diego. We're all going to be meeting at Balboa Park for visiting the cultural cottages there. I look forward to seeing how the food and the music and the culture and our girls, no matter where they're from in the world, will be able to visit the cottage that represents their country and be able to take pictures and make a memorable experience.
There's just a whole slew of activities to do where you can meet up with other au pairs or other au pairs with their host children, do play dates. It's really great to have a small community come together and find other people that are like you.
Isn't it great that we have cultural connections where our girls can gather together and learn even from each other? I love it when they grab each other's WhatsApp numbers and develop friendships, even if one is speaking Japanese and another is speaking Portuguese. They learn to connect with their heart. And then all over the world, these girls have a network of friends, and it makes the world a smaller place.
It's important for young people from different countries to connect and meet one another because it's important to see how big the world is and how different other people are. There are so many experiences that you can share with others and that you can be shared with. There's so much to learn from others.
I love the opportunity that girls have to be an au pair. It makes a difference in your own growth, being able to speak a new language fluently, being able to absorb other cultures, ideas, and traditions, and then pass those things on to those that you know and love.
It's important for young people to connect with others from different countries for a variety of reasons. There are so many things to be learned from other countries, from other cultures, food, language, traditions, holidays, all of those things.
It's such a great experience for girls to be able to come to America and experience the melting pot of cultures that is in our country. Isn't it wonderful that they can see that no matter what country that they represent, that they can feel at home here. They don't have to feel different. They can explore, they can learn, they can grow.
So the United States is an amazing place to visit because it's such a melting pot. There are so many things to see here. Everything from experiencing different cultures of food, all the amazing national parks that we have, any of the spaces that you can explore outside, taking trips to the mountains and seeing the beautiful wonders that we have here. It's incredible. The people are so welcoming, and the neighborhoods and communities that I've experienced with my au pairs have really shown a welcome attitude, and it just makes it feel like you're a part of something when you're here.
It is a very welcoming atmosphere for au pairs in our country.
The United States is a great place to come and explore. Every state is different. Every city is different. You get a different experience wherever you go. You can go to big cities. You can go to country areas. You can go to beach areas, mountainous areas. It's just so much to explore. Coming to America now on this cultural exchange program is important to see how we really are compared to what you see on TV. We are very welcoming. We love the diversity. We have a lot of diversity, so we love to experience other cultures and share our own with others.
If an au pair was undecided, I would definitely want to encourage them to really consider this experience at this particular chapter in their life, simply because between 18 and 26, it's the perfect chance for you to explore and expand your horizons, maybe challenge yourself to live in a new place, but also soak in the amazing experience that you could have living with an American family. There's so much to be learned. There's so much to experience and to immerse yourself in as you are here. And this chance doesn't come around again.
If an au pair is undecided about becoming an au pair, I would highly encourage them to try the experience. I've dealt with hundreds of au pairs that have come to the United States and had amazing experiences and are still reaping in those benefits by keeping in touch with their host families and extending travels elsewhere.
Some girls are so young when they come here to the United States, and it's the especially young au pairs whose parents at home feel very cautious and want to find out more about the program and where is my daughter going to be an au pair. So it gives the parents of the au pair an opportunity to connect with those host families. And then sometimes they actually come here and visit, and the host families will welcome them. But even as the program goes on, the parents can feel, depending on what's going on in the world, that they want to make sure their daughter's okay and well taken care of. And so there have been times when I talk to parents in South Africa or Brazil to reassure them that they have support while they're here, that even though they can't be there to hug their daughter because she's upset about anything, that she's going through something, but they can connect with the area director for hugs, support, connection, growth. I love giving my au pairs reasons to look for milestones. We have people in place that kind of stand in when the parents can't be there.
If a family is concerned about sending their daughter to America to live with a host family, they should just keep in mind that this host family is probably very much like their own. They care for their small children. They want to care for their au pair who's caring for their small children. And they bring these au pairs into their home and treat them as if they were their own family. So if you're hesitating sending your daughter, don't. You can talk to this family. They will become part of your family because they're part of your daughter's or son's family as well.
If parents are at all concerned about their child studying abroad or being in cultural exchange, I would definitely want to let them know that part of my job and part of my role as working for the agency is to be an advocate for your child. I always consider the fact that one day my daughter might be old enough to also experience cultural exchange. And what would I wish for her? And I treat my au pairs the same way. And so a kind heart, a listening ear, someone who's open-minded, that's how I go into that conversation.
As an area director, it's my job to support the au pairs while they're here on program. First thing I do is make sure they have a community around them. They need to find other au pairs, and I set them up with the contact information and a WhatsApp group so that they can start making friends right away. They need to have that social experience as well while they're here, in addition to having a host family and host kids that love them as well. I also have events for the au pairs where they can come and meet other au pairs in person. So I introduce them to each other. I encourage them to do things together. A lot of times they will end up friends and going on road trips together. But I am also there to support them if they're having challenges, if they're having concerns, if maybe they are worried about their relationship with their host family. I can talk them through the feelings that they're having, but also talk them through a conversation that they can have with their host family about those feelings.
As a former host family, I would say the most amazing part about hosting an au pair was definitely having someone from another culture living in your home, showing you what it's like to be a part of their culture, sharing meals together, sharing recipes, talking about what they celebrate during the holidays, and then you, in turn, as a host family, getting a chance to share that with them as well. So our first au pair, she had her mom come during the holidays, for example, and her mom had never been to the US before either. So we spent Christmas together.
It was so special to have two different au pairs make a difference in our family. Watching my grandchildren and including those au pairs in our family activities and watching how my grandchildren just adored them. We're still actually in touch with both of the au pairs that have been a part of our lives.
So my husband and I decided to become a host family mostly because as individuals, we love to travel and experience the world. And so that's something we wanted to incorporate into bringing up our daughter from the beginning. Of course, we wanted childcare as well, but being able to blend the two together was definitely a great fit for our family. We also were so excited to welcome someone into our home, show them our culture, have them introduce us to their life experience, and then have our daughter learn several different languages throughout each au pair's time in our home. What we enjoyed most about hosting an au pair was definitely keeping us on our toes as far as being young, but also seeing things that we sometimes took for granted through the eyes of someone who had never experienced them before. And so sometimes you live your everyday or you take a family vacation and it becomes something you're used to, but then you welcome an au pair into your home and you bring them with you and you see how they see it for the first time, and it makes you understand and appreciate how amazing it is. And seeing it through their eyes, through your children's eyes, and having them then share that bond, our child and the au pair together, was well worth it.